From the unknown to the stars, from the couch to the car, from the unheralded and the unheard, to the legends and beyond, it's where we all belong. Yes, this is where it all starts. From every genre, from every plane, this is where the music's played. So tune right in, won't you bring a friend? This is where it all begins. Welcome to the show, let the music flow of every style and creed. And you can bet your socks that ETX rocks, ETX rocks.
Hey guys, Boston Chris with the latest episode of Catching Up, presented by the ETX ROCKS Show. Thanks for tuning in and spending some time with us today. Today we have one of my favorite people in the Texas country music scene. Pat Waters is visiting with us again. And he was here during season 2 of the show, way back, I guess it was probably last summer, so it's probably been about a year since.
Yeah, it's been a while. It was just, I guess, right when Like a Radio came out.
Yeah. And a great song, and you followed that up with Beautiful Girl, which is another great song. I think it was a top 15 song for you.
They were, both of them were, and, very, very fortunate for that on the Texas charts. And we've got a new one out now called You Ain't Never Been to Texas, Tony Ramey song.
Yeah, and Roger Springer.
And, a couple of great songwriters, and so we're expecting big things for that song.
And it's a great song. It was put out by Jason Meadows about 8 years ago.
Yeah, I think in 7.
And Johnny Lee as well.
Johnny Lee just cut it like last year, year before.
Yeah, 2016, I think.
Yeah.
And we were listening to all 3 versions before Pat showed up today. And I'm not just saying this because Pat's in my living room, but your version, clearly the better version of the 3. And Johnny Lee's a Hall of Famer, so
I guess that $100 I gave you helped.
Sure did. Benjamin Franklin will get me to say anything.
I know you're from Massachusetts, and it's a long wheelbase 10s, what y'all call them up there.
Yeah, it's true. But we are going to play a couple. He's going to play a couple of songs on the show, and tune into the end of the show. We're going to show you a live unplugged version of the new single as well. We'll put that at the end of the show. But the first song you're going to play is "Beautiful Girl." So tell us a little bit about the song.
It's a great song. It was pitched to me from Brett Beavers up in Nashville, and I told him I was looking for something a little bit outside of my box and something a little bit more upbeat than what I normally put out. And
it's kind of a trop style to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's got more screaming guitar than it does fiddle and steel guitar, just on that particular song. Now,
right.
The album's chock full of steel guitar and fiddle. That's just what we do.
Right.
And it just had a great feel, when we got out of the studio. And the way that I pick my singles usually is I'll send 3 or 4 over to different promoters, and we'll do they'll send them out to 15 or 20 people that is in radio, and then we get a consensus of what they think we ought to come with in the next single. And at the time, and it did very well for us. It went up the charts, stayed on the charts 26 weeks.
A long time.
Yeah, and that's crazy, and if you can get 26 weeks, that's, you're putting 2 singles.
Well, not just that too, but when a single goes into recurrent, it typically doesn't get played anymore. It just goes to a trash heap somewhere.
It goes away.
I'm still hearing this song on the radio.
Oh, I'm glad.
And this is, weeks and weeks and weeks later.
Yeah, I'm glad. Maybe it'd be a staple for us, but this brand new album we have coming out, I haven't produced. We finished the album, but I haven't manufactured any CDs yet. And the reason I haven't done that is because as an independent artist, it costs a lot of money to go in and do one of these records.
Sometimes digital's the way to go anyhow.
Yeah. And actually, I record my vocals analog still.
Wow.
Because I like that, because it's warmer sounding.
Yeah, it's softer too.
And it's softer and it's warmer. And but the reason that I haven't come out, this whole music industry's changed a lot, and it's changing daily. And if I put that album out, I think that I've got 12 singles on this record. That's how good.
And that's the way it should be.
And so what I'm doing right now is basically when I drop a single, I'll move that to where you can get it, to Spotify, to all that.
Right.
Because, if you drop that whole album, then you get a time date on it.
Mm-hmm. Timestamp, you mean?
Timestamp,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
Excuse me. Thank
Yeah.
you for that. And you know, it just makes it to where you have to go in and do another one that much quicker.
Right.
You know, when you're spending $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a pop, you know, you need to make that last as long as you can,
Yeah.
especially being independent. I don't have a major label out there
Right.
paying for that.
And that's why sometimes artists will go to an EP first. And,
Absolutely.
But it just feels, sometimes the EPs can feel so rushed and stuff like that. But yeah, we're really excited to have Pat back here on the show. And we're going to show you guys this live and unplugged version of Beautiful Girl by the one and only Pat Waters right here in the ETX Rocks living room. Y'all check it out.
I got a rundown house in a beat-up truck. I got an ugly old dog, but hey, guess what? Oh, I got a beautiful girl. I ain't got much money in my bank account. I ain't got an answer. Ask me how. Oh, I got a beautiful girl. All I know is I sure am a lucky guy, and I sure love her, pretty enough my world. I just thank God I do, and I don't ask why. Oh, I got a beautiful girl. I ride around with her in her car, and I go from a reggae to Joe to a star. The other girls think that I'm more than all when I'm with her. She's got her sunglasses on, man, she looking good. I'm looking much better than I normally would. Oh, I got a beautiful girl. Yeah, slide around there. All I know is I sure am a lucky guy, and I sure love her, pretty enough my world. I just thank God I do, and I don't ask why. Oh, I got a beautiful girl. I ride around with her in her car, and I go from a reggae to Joe to a star. The other girls think that I'm more than all when I'm with her. I got all the guys wishing they were in my spot, wondering what them guys they ain't kind. Oh, I got a beautiful girl. Oh, I got a beautiful girl. Oh, I love that beautiful girl. Ooh, mercy, baby.
All right, so we are back once again with Pat Waters. Again, I can't say it enough. Just one of my favorite people. You know how I am about country music, and
Oh, absolutely.
traditional country music is where
You
it's
like
at.
it real.
Yes,
Both.
I do.
You
I
like
sure
it real.
do. Sure do. And our fans know that out there. And right now, I've got people probably rolling their eyes because we have had pop country artists on the show, but we're an all genre show. So
Well, here's
I
the deal.
have to do that.
At the end of the day, and this is how Pat Waters, this is my opinion, this is how I feel about it. It doesn't matter what genre it's from. If it's a good song, it's a good song.
See, I'm okay. I'm there with you.
Yes.
Yeah, the way I feel about that kind of stuff is just call it what it is.
Yeah.
If it's pop music, call it pop music.
Exactly.
But don't call it pop country or country.
Or bro country or
Or hip hop.
Exactly.
Whatever. You know, don't call it country music unless it's country music, because now I feel like true, real, traditional country music artists are now Americana artists.
Yeah.
And that's not fair that we have to create this all-encompassing genre for true country artists.
Exactly right. You know that Red Dirt stuff, music, it's been great. But it's kind of overshadowed a bunch of us traditional country artists. You know, thank God for the Cody Johnsons and the Cody Jinks and the Sturgill Simpsons, because they're kind of bringing that back around.
Right.
And I can tell it because of the venues that are calling and the shows that we're picking up, and we're thankful for it, because when that Red Dirt scene come across, like I said, it just kind of covered the traditional country artist up.
Right.
But if you'll go back in history, I think you'll notice that traditional country always makes itself back around.
Right. What's great about it too here in the state of Texas is there's a place for all of that to coexist. The red dirt, the pop, the edgy, the traditional. And this is what's great about the Texas music scene, is every fan out there, whether you like whatever you like, you can hear that on the radio.
Absolutely.
Played by a homegrown artist.
Absolutely.
And someone like yourself, I mean, you're playing all these old honky-tonks and dance halls and stuff out there, so the music is not dead just by the people you're seeing at your shows.
That's exactly right. We still have a huge following and sell out venues all the way across the state, and knock on wood.
Including the old Copeland, right?
Yeah, Copeland and dance. So we play a lot of old dance halls. Schrader Hall down in Goliad, down by Victoria.
Yeah.
London Hall out in London, Texas, out west. And that's when you can feel it, when you walk into those 100-year-old buildings and, they kick the...
You know who's played there
before
you.
You step on the same stage that Ray Price or George Jones. I mean, it's actually kind of haunting, because you can feel their presence.
Right.
People think I'm an idiot by saying that, but I'm telling you, people can. We were talking before the show. I'll tell you a quick story about presence. I was in Nashville. This is back in probably 2001, 2002, and I got the honor to meet a guy named Tandy Rice. And Tandy's passed on now, but Tandy had the largest booking agent in Nashville for years.
Okay.
He booked Jerry Clower. He was Jerry Clower's manager and booking agent for his entire career. But Tandy was trying to help us when I was a young man, and we went up there with Dee Dee Bray, which was Hank Thompson's manager, and she introduced me to Tandy. And I can't remember the guy's name, but we went to a steakhouse there in Nashville, and the guy had worked with Elvis all through his career, and he was telling a story about his presence. He said, don't get me wrong. He said, I don't go for guys, but I'm telling you, Elvis was beautiful. He was a beautiful man. And he said that, you could be in a room with your back to the front door, getting a drink at the bar, and when he walked in the room, you could feel his presence. He said, your hair would stand up. He said, people think I'm stupid by saying that. He said, it's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the kind of charisma that he had, and that kind of stuff intrigues me.
Yeah, I'm the same way as you then. I mean, I'm real big on the history of music.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had the opportunity last summer, August, to do a celebrity judging thing for American Idol out in Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
Oh, wow.
So we were at the Florence, Alabama Theater. Jason Isbell had played the night before. Okay, so he was our opening act, just so you know.
Wow.
Jason Isbell opened for me. That's a fact. That's a fact. Wasn't the same day.
Yeah, and he opened for you.
But I was doing a celebrity judging thing for a contest where we were sending 3 people for private auditions for American Idol. And there were 4 celebrity judges. And it just so happened that one of the other celebrity judges, other than myself, was Hallie Phillips, who is Sam Phillips' granddaughter.
Wow.
Okay? So I'm on a panel with her. And Mark Narmore, who wrote That's What I Like About Sundays and a bunch of other big hits in Nashville. So it was the 3 of us and a pageant queen, basically, were the judges. And so we were talking to Hallie in the green room afterwards, and I was telling her how much of a big Elvis fan I was and all that. And she said, well, how are you getting back to East Texas? And I said, well, we drove up through Mississippi, and, through the backwoods of Mississippi to get here. And she said, if you take a detour through Memphis, let me know. And I'll call ahead and get you a private tour of the studio. And see, I'm getting chills just talking about it.
You went to the studio, didn't you?
Yeah. So we get to, in this big letters, Sam Phillips Recording Studio. And right on the door it says, no public tours.
Wow.
And we rang the doorbell, and Sam Phillips' son came out and gave us a private tour of the studio.
So that's stuff nobody can ever take away from you.
And so he's telling us stories about the $1 Million Quartet sat right there, and all that you hear, those recordings, that's where that happened. And there's all these publishing contracts on the wall for I Walk the Line and Ring of Fire and That's All Right Mama. And it's just like, wow, this is where it happened. And then we get to the 3rd floor, and he says, we're walking up the stairs, and he says, nobody's been up here. Nobody's allowed up here. No, do not take out your phone, no video, no photographs, nothing. And it was his office.
Wow.
Still done in 70s posh with the, you know, the what do they call that carpet?
Plush.
The shag
Yeah.
carpet. Had the shag carpet, and you could see the build, like they used to build in the ashtrays right into the furniture.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know,
Metallic starbursts on the fabric wallpaper
Yeah.
and stuff.
That's awesome.
it was incredible. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, Sam Phillips, this is where he did his business, like right here. You know,
Man, what a brilliant.
so you want to talk about presents, man?
Yes.
Woo, that was rough. That was a rough
I didn't
day.
get to go because I had to be the babysitter.
Oh man.
But yeah, that was a great, just happened to happen.
You know, that's one of those deals that no amount of money.
No, you can't change
You
it.
can't put a dollar amount on that. It's something that nobody ever takes.
And I videotaped the first 2 floors. I have the video. I've never published it anywhere.
That's awesome.
It's never been put out in public. I don't know what I want to do with it yet.
Yeah.
And it's been almost a year. August will be a year, and I'm still sitting on this footage.
That's awesome, man.
But you did mention about how the process about you picking songs.
Yes.
And I know that you always pick really good songs, but they're also completely different a lot of the time. So what is it that you hear from a song that you ultimately end up recording? Is it a lyric? Is it a hook? Is it a certain riff or melody?
You know, it's actually all that. It's got to have a musical hook, and when I say a musical hook, it's got to make, for me to be able to cut the song, it's got to make someone want to tap their foot and get on the floor and dance.
Okay.
Because I'm a huge...
So you're looking at it from a live performance standpoint.
performance, yeah, and that's it. Live performance only. And of course, it's got to be something lyrically that I can relate to. If I don't write it, if somebody writes it, it's got to be something I can relate to, because you've seen my live shows. You know that I put my heart and soul and I live the songs when we perform them. And if I don't believe in it, I can't do that. So it's not fair to the audience. So I don't cut stuff like that. Never have. And it's got to.
So when you're listening to a song for the first time, you almost have to envision yourself having a connection to the song.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Cool.
I've got to be able to connect to it to be able to pull it off and sell it.
Right.
To even capture it in the studio. I mean,
Right.
that's how far it goes, you know. And so those two things, it's got to have something that I can relate to lyrically. It's got to have a great melody, and then it's got to have something of a lyrical hook, something that catches my eye.
Yeah.
You know, it's like our latest single. You know, I'm a 6th generation Texan, so I related to "You Ain't Never Been to Texas," because
Right.
the turnaround, the hook in the chorus says, "If you don't believe in God, well, you ain't never been to Texas."
Right.
I believe that. You know, you probably believe that about Massachusetts. You know,
I believe it about Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you know, and here's the deal. And I've got another song that the chorus, it says, talks about being a Texan. It says it ain't just a state; it's a state of mind.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the other 49. But when I take off my Stetson, I'll thank God that I'm a Texan. And that's how I like to portray Texas, because I don't like the songs that are, you know, kiss my rump if you ain't from Texas, because I'm not like that. I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what, there's nothing wrong with the other 49.
Yeah, you just want to
There's
talk
really not.
about the good stuff.
Yeah, but come on down here and check it out. I think you might like it.
Yeah, right.
That's how I like to portray it, you
Yeah.
know, and because let me tell you, I've never got to go up on the eastern seaboard all the way up Rhode Island, Maine, and
You ain't missing much.
well, I may not ever move back if I get up there, because I've heard it's beautiful. You know what I mean?
You ain't missing much.
But yeah, here's another deal. You know, we went up last year. Actually, during the Super Bowl, the week of the Super Bowl, I was in Philadelphia, and I thought, man, these people are going to kill me up
This
here.
year we need to send you to Foxborough. Just to,
Yeah, I can do that
because
too.
clearly if you're in Philadelphia and the Eagles won,
Yeah, you're not really a Patriot
Oh,
fan.
I really am. So if the Patriots are in the Super Bowl this year, we're gonna have to start a GoFundMe.
Yeah, and I'll go
To
up
send-
there
to send
because
you
they
to
did
New
win
England.
it, and I got talking to them people, and I just because I've always heard there's really really shrewd, horrible fans, because they set a Santa Claus on fire and different things. Man, they were extremely nice.
Yeah.
And I told them, I said, hey, I'm a Cowboys fan. Hate me, love me, whatever you want to do, that's what I do. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I am going for the New England the Philadelphia Eagles this week because they're in NFC.
Yeah.
And I want the NFC.
Wow, that's interesting.
And but
Because I know there were a lot of Cowboy fans that were really torn because they hate the Patriots, but they hate the Eagles too because they're in your division. The Eagles to Cowboy fans is like the Yankees to Red Sox fans. So part of the drawing point of being a Cowboys fan and having some ammo against an Eagles fan was, well, we have 4 Super Bowl wins.
Exactly.
Y'all don't have any.
Exactly.
And now y'all don't have that ammo anymore.
No, we don't.
The
Here's
Eagles-
here's the way that I view it. I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan.
Right.
I am. I was raised on it. My uncle had season tickets from 1972 to still has them.
Good.
So
that means you've been through the 1 in 15.
yeah,
seasons.
we've been through it all, and I still love them.
Right.
If we're 1 in 15 or we're in Super, I love them. But it's just like we were talking a while ago about being a historian on the music. I'm also a history lover
In
of
sports.
athletic
Yeah,
sports,
same.
and then you stop and you think about these storied franchises: the New England Patriots, unbelievable franchise, the Green Bay Packers,
Yeah.
the Pittsburgh Steelers,
49ers,
Philadelphia, San
Vikings.
How can you not like that?
Yeah.
I just can't wrap my head around just being rude to them and saying because they've got a storied franchise and the history's fascinating.
Yeah.
So
it's not like the Tennessee Titans or something like that.
yeah, and I like them too.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
They have no history.
They don't have any history. They don't have any
We
history
just
yet.
got here. That's
right.
their history.
That's it. But they'll have it.
Yeah.
They'll have it. But,
Well, they got some good stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's cool to talk sports on this show every once in a while because
I'm a huge sports fan. I played college football.
baseball fan too.
I am a
Rangers?
baseball fan. Rangers fan. Yeah, I'm actually.
I got him to admit that on camera.
I'm a Rangers fan. I'm a Mavericks fan. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. Now, if they're out, obviously I'm going to cheer for the Houston Astros, the Houston Texans, and the San Antonio Spurs,
Right.
Houston Rockets, because they're all in Texas.
Right.
But
So you're just a Texas guy.
I'm a Texas guy, but I'm telling you, it hurts me when the Cowboys don't win, the Mavericks
Mm-hmm.
don't win, and the Rangers don't win.
Yeah. Because you've pretty much grown up in Dallas all your life.
Oh yeah, in Bridgeport. Actually, my baby boy just graduated this year, and
Wow.
he is the 6th generation going through the school system at Bridgeport.
Any empty nesting going on there?
Gonna be. He leaves August 4th. He signed a football scholarship to go play wide receiver out at Angelo State in San Angelo.
Cool.
My oldest boy's already back.
So the wife and you have any plans? Like, man, we finally got him out.
Well, I'm scared because it's been. We figured this up the other day. We've had a kid in public school for 23 years.
Wow.
And I'm not sure, Boston, that she's gonna like me.
Thank God there's social media now, right?
Yes,
So
I mean
y'all
we're gonna have
don't actually have to talk to each other if you don't want to.
we're gonna have to actually date again
Oh.
because we've spent our whole life raising
Taking
our
care
kids.
of children, yeah.
And I don't know if we have anything in common anymore.
Well-
It scares the hell out of me.
Well, if you find out you don't have anything in common, just tell her to download Candy Crush, or you just take the initiative and download it yourself
For her or
yeah.
me?
Yeah, well, one or the other. That
You
way
know,
you
but-
don't have to talk to each other.
Yeah, see, I couldn't live like that. I'm gonna have to talk to her. But that is a great idea.
It really is. Or just make sure she's got Netflix on her phone or something like that. Get her,
and
addicted to a
here's
show.
the deal, though. The reason that she's probably not scared because I'm scared because I know 20-something years ago that I fooled her and I overmarried.
Yeah. The reason why she won't be scared is because she's the boss.
She's a boss and she knows she can get a lot
she's
better
the
than a damn
boss.
dope singer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But yeah, man, you've been married forever.
Yeah.
Full house of kids throughout the years.
Yeah,
Still
that's
chasing the dream of making your music.
And it's been good to us. That's all I've ever done. My mother and father think I'm an idiot because I went and got a
Don't they
college
all?
degree. And I've got a degree in marketing. And they thought, have you lost your mind? What are you doing chasing this music? But honestly, they're huge supporters. But
It's been good to you, though.
you know what? It's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
It really has. Am I a household name? No. Do I care? No.
You are in our house.
If it happens,
Justin, so you know, you
well, I'm
are
glad.
in our house.
But if it happens, if I could try on an Alan Jackson or George Strait's pair of their boots and wear them for a week, I would try it.
Yeah.
But
They probably fit.
they'd probably fit, but if it don't ever happen, it's okay.
Yeah.
I've touched a lot of people with my music. I've got to see different parts of the world because of my music, and I've been true to it. So
And
I'm good with it.
you've made an impact outside of music because of your music too.
Absolutely.
We talked a little bit in the first episode about your charitable work, especially with veterans.
Yes.
And so that is something that I imagine was catapulted because of your music. It's nothing to do with music, but it's been a platform that was created because of your music.
Absolutely.
You were able to support things.
There
like
are a
that.
lot of platforms that the music has allowed that's been created. We're on the official band for the Go Texan program,
Right.
which is a huge program the Texas Department of Agriculture has. And basically, for people that don't know what it is, I'm sure you do, it's anything that's grown or manufactured in the state of Texas. We're promoting that. So if you go into an HEB or a Walmart and you see a round circle with the state of Texas in it, that's the Go Texan logo. And that means that product was grown right here in this great state of Texas.
Yeah.
And, being a sixth-generation Texan, it's like a hand in the glove.
And aren't you the spokesperson?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. And we've got some big things going on with it. We just started a new TV show called Drive Across Texas with Pat Waters. And we're going to be doing different episodes. But what I'm going to try to do is bring attention to the wonderful things and the different things that are in this great state of Texas. Like the first episode we did, I headlined the 32nd Annual Crawfish Festival in Spring, Texas, in Old Town Spring.
Yeah.
So I got to do a story on the Old Town Spring and how they came to existence. In the Union Pacific, the first train track ran right through that town. So it created mercantile and economy.
Yeah, that seems like that's right up your alley.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool, and we're doing a lot of different scenes. I'm going to
Where's
be
that
doing.
airing at?
It's going to be on Strike TV.
Okay.
Tommy and Angela Mauser at Strike TV?
I think so.
They have Country Then and Now also out of Livingston.
Okay.
And they just worked a deal to where their Strike TV is now, they just brought fiber optics to them and they're delivering that into Houston. And then they just signed a deal with 80 different cable companies. So now it'll be from Houston all the way to Atlanta, Georgia.
That's awesome.
It's great. It's a great platform. And allows you to...
So now you get to sell Texas to non-Texans, man.
Yes, and it's just, here's what I'm trying to do at the end of the day, I'm not a movie star. I've got kind of a quirky but a cool personality.
I agree.
And that's what we're trying to get across to people.
Yeah.
And sell people on Texas and different products through that personality.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be this young and this good looking forever.
That's true, man. I mean, you got to get it while you're young.
Yeah, I mean,
It's all about location. Location.
It is, and there's getting a lot of location down here.
My fiance says I need to get into shape, and I try to tell her that circle is a shape. I mean, it is a shape.
It sure is.
She doesn't tend to agree with that.
And I was telling my wife, I said that she go to the gym today. I said, no, but I seen a guy named Jim. That's what his name was when he delivered my pizza.
Yeah. And that's my problem, too. Pizza exists.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's
It's a tough bargaining chip. It's like every time I go to the doctor, I'm afraid of going, not because of needles or any of that. I'm afraid they're going to tell me to stop eating pizza. Because that's like fighting words for me.
Oh, wow.
I'm from Massachusetts, man. Pizza's a religion up there.
I bet. Yeah.
Imagine, pizza being a religion and then you move to a place where there's nothing but atheists.
Yeah, that's not good. Can't eat them.
Because there's not a whole lot of good pizza here in Texas.
No, there's not.
There's really not.
There's not.
That's what I meant by the atheist comments. So don't, bring up my lawyers and all that, if I had them. But
That's it.
I don't. But yeah, we have Pat Waters here. This is the 9th episode of Catching Up. If you guys have been tuned into the show before, you might know that we do these little Catching Up episodes with a returning guest. Because the regular show, we're trying to not have duplicates on that. So
Yeah.
basically, whenever somebody comes back and they're promoting a new single or something like that, we call it Catching Up. And just kind of finding out what you've been up to since the last time we talked to you. I didn't know about the TV show, and now we know about that.
Yeah, we've got the first pilot shot, and we're going to do a couple more. And, I'm an avid fisherman.
I wonder if they would share that content with our platform.
I bet they will. I'll get you in touch with them.
Yeah,
Sure.
I would definitely be interested in talking to them.
Yeah, I'll get you. Matter of fact, before I leave, I'll get you Tommy's number.
Okay, cool.
Great people,
Cool.
and you know,
we're putting out different programs now, other than just us. Like Jack Barksdale.
know the name.
10-year-old guitar whiz, an amazing kid. He started a little 6-minute segment called Guitar Slingers with Jack Barksdale, where he just sits and talks shop with a
That's awesome.
guitar hero of his. So they share the content with us. We put it out on our platform. They put it out on their platform. It just kind of fills
Absolutely.
the time slot for
Yeah,
us.
that'd be good. I'm sure that Tommy would be glad to do that. I mean, I can't speak for him, but I'm sure he
Right.
would.
Yeah, I'll
I mean,
definitely give him a call.
He does country then and now, and then he just started another deal called Tommy Radio, which is going to be syndicated to 167 stations.
Wow.
He's been doing it a long time.
That's called a life goal.
Yes. He's got plenty of those life goals that he's accomplished. But
Yeah.
a great guy, and I tell you, I'm very fortunate. I'm with Brian and Wendy Johnson now of Hybrid Management, and we have Tommy and Angela Mauser on the team. And it's so refreshing to be involved in the music business and have a team that is so transparent, because you don't
Yeah.
get that a lot of times.
It was nice to meet Wendy.
They're
I haven't
great
met her in
people.
person,
Great people.
but just to have her reach out to us. Of course, we're good friends of yours. We
Yes.
love you so much, and
I
for
appreciate
her to
that.
message us and say, "Yeah, do you think you would mind having Pat Waters on your show?" I'm like, "Are you kidding?
Yeah.
That's my boy, man."
Yeah, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the platform and y'all taking time out, because I know people tell you all this. You guys don't have to do this, and I'm humbled that you would even have me out here, and very appreciative. I really am.
I appreciate that, Pat.
And you know that I'm a phone call away if I can help y'all
Absolutely.
on
Yeah,
anything.
absolutely.
If we get somebody around the area or somebody that gets down on their luck, let us know if we need to do something.
Okay, cool.
Because I'm telling you, at the end of the day, and you'll see it on my stupid videos I do on Facebook all the time, but I'm a true believer in this, and I think it's one thing that's wrong with our country, and I'm not political at all, is that there's not enough compassion and love for one another.
I agree.
And, I think if we show more compassion toward each other and we love each other, and I think you'll see this whole thing flip and turn to the good.
I think the main problem with society today is the phrase "turn the other cheek" doesn't exist anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's spiteful.
I think
vengeful.
people need to be involved in things they don't need to be involved in, and that's what "turn the other cheek" means. It's like, personally with my social media, and I'm sure you feel the same way. There's a lot of negativity coming through that timeline. So what do? Do I keep scrolling, or do I involve myself in someone else's negativity? It's very easy for me to just keep scrolling.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think it's. I think it goes back to that transparency and the way that I want to do it on my team, and I'm very vocal about it. And at the end of the day, it's very simple. Do it the right way.
Positivity, love,
Positivity, a PMA, positive mental attitude. Do it the right way. Show love and compassion. I don't care if Cody Johnson's got 40,000 people that he sold out at Panther Island this last weekend. You know what I care about? I'm happy for him.
Yep, I am too.
And Cole Wetzel.
Someone
selling
once
out,
said to
Parker
me-
McCollum, whoever it is.
Yeah.
I'm happy for
Right,
him.
same. Someone once said to me, "You don't have to blow my candle out because it won't make yours any brighter."
Perfect.
Mhm.
That's exactly right. I'm happy for those
Right.
guys, man. And them guys will work their tail ends off.
Yeah, they do.
And I know what it's like because I've been grinding out there 20-something years.
Yeah.
And, man, I can't be more. I'm ecstatic for them.
Look, we got them fired up, y'all.
I'm fired up right now because I am. Cody Johnson, you're kicking the rear end, son. Congratulations. Keep it up because you're doing it the right way. I'm telling you.
absolutely.
Cole Wetzel, Parker McCall, all you guys. Aaron Watson. Man, I'm loving what you guys do. And it gives me inspiration.
At the end of the day, it just opens opportunities for people like you and everybody else. in the scene.
Absolutely.
Somebody has to open a door for it to be unlocked.
They do. And we were talking about it earlier, and it sounds kind of derogatory, but it's not. But it's about riding coattails.
Yep.
It's about creating relationships in this business. And I might be able to pull one of my buddies through this door, but in order to get to the next door, they may have to pull me through that
That's right.
door.
That's
And
right.
that's what you do.
What a great mentality to have, man.
Well, you got to have it because
Yeah.
you're not going to make it this business if not.
Right.
And I feel sorry for the people that are negative and think it's just them and everybody else is competition, because that would be a miserable state to live in.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
So, guys, Pat Waters is visiting with us here in the ETX Rocks living room today, and He kind of blew us away today with a song we had not heard yet. He brought it to us today, played it off air, and he gracefully played it on air as well. So your second song today. Tell us a little bit about this song.
It's called "Ain't Gonna Hurt Nobody But Me," and that was pitched to me from Sony. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Kevin Denny may have did a cover of that too, or a copy of his version of it. But anyway, the VP from Sony pitched it to me, and man, it's just a great song.
Man.
You know, it's just got a great message, and you know, basically talks about the girl leaving you, you know, and you're sitting out on the front porch watching her drive away. And at the end of the day, man, ain't gonna hurt nobody but me. And then the steps to how you cope with that.
Yeah,
so,
the clever turnarounds of phrase, and,
Yeah.
and just to hear the guitar telling a separate story
It's
too.
kind of haunting. It
Yeah.
really is. It's got a real haunting sound, and it really captures you. And that's what I was telling you a while ago. It's got the musical hook. It's a great dance song. The lyrics are believable. You know, everybody's been heartbroken.
Yeah. It's an awesome song, and we're really, really excited to show you all the song. It's called "Ain't Gonna Hurt Nobody But Me." It's Pat Waters live and unplugged here in the ETX Rocks living room. Y'all check it out.
Suitcase, Chevrolet, rainy day. I stand here choked up on the front porch watching her leave. It ain't gonna hurt nobody but me. Goodbye, short drive, a cheap dive. I punch the bathroom stall and make my knuckles bleed. It ain't gonna hurt nobody but me. If I had a few too many long days, chase them all with double shots. Buy this packed down place around the crank, and every plastic dime I got, close this honky tonk down every night this week. It ain't gonna hurt nobody but me. I wink my eye at the young wife of a drunk guy. He lets me know that girl ain't mine with every swing. It ain't gonna hurt nobody but me. A big tab, feeling bad, a yellow cab. The barmaid cuts me off and takes away my keys. So I ain't gonna hurt nobody but me. If I had a few too many long days, chase them all with double shots. Buy this packed down place around the crown, and every plastic dime I got, close this honky tonk down every night this week. It ain't gonna hurt nobody but me. No, it ain't gonna hurt nobody. It ain't gonna hurt nobody but me.
All right, so we are back once again. It's episode number 9 with Pat Waters here in the ETX Rocks living room. We're just sitting here talking a little bit and catching up with him. He's got a new TV show, new record he's working on, brand new single on the radio, which is going to be played at the very end of this episode. I encourage everybody out there, if you like the song live and unplugged here, you're going to love the song on the radio. So make sure you're calling your local radio stations, whether they're internet or terrestrial.
Doesn't matter.
And let's get that song played. And also, if you have a Spotify account, follow Pat Waters on
Please
there.
do.
And get that song spinning as well. What we like to do here on the show is we'll purchase a copy of the song digitally, and then we'll stream it either on YouTube or Spotify. That way you're getting both. You know, we get the 99-cent download, then you're getting streams when we play it.
If I give you like $4,000, can you buy 4,000 copies of it and do that all at once?
I could do that. That way your name's not on it and it doesn't look like, self-collusion. Is that even a thing, self-collusion? Can you collude with yourself? I imagine you can.
I'm sure people
I think the
try.
act of collusion would need at least 2 people. Yeah.
Things that make you go,
Yeah. See, sometimes Boston tries to sound smart with all these syllable words, and it just doesn't work.
He's playing Pat Waters. He's got to be pretty brilliant.
Damn straight. That's damn straight. So Pat Waters is here. So Pat, tell people out there where they can follow along with the journey that you got going on.
You know, I tell you, it is crazy, and I don't call you guys and gals out there my fans. I call you friends. But the easiest way to get on board of this moving train is go to my website, which is patwaters.com. If you'll scroll down to the bottom of my homepage, you'll see the links to all of our social media: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, all of it. Be sure and like it. I'm telling you, we're on a hell of a ride right now, and I want you, as many people that want to be involved with it, jump on board, because it's going to be a blast.
Yeah, and the new single is phenomenal. It's a great summertime song. It's a great state of Texas song. If you haven't heard of Tony Ramey, one of the best songwriters that Texas has ever seen.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, just an amazing songwriter. Roger Springer as well is on that cut. And Pat Waters' delivery on it is the best I've heard, and a Hall of Famer has cut that song. And I'm on record as saying that on camera.
I appreciate that. I really do. It's
no problem.
quite a compliment.
So you've never been to Texas, make sure you're doing that out there. PatWaters.com. Follow or like all of his social media. That's completely free for you guys to do that, and it supports Pat so much. And just getting his name a little bit further out there on social media is so important now, even to venues and radio and all of these different places.
That's exactly right.
You know, we talked off camera about certain different agencies that want to see certain numbers on that. Unfortunately, so
yeah.
You and I are kind of old school when it comes to how things should be. The music should be good first and foremost.
It ought to be about the song.
Yeah,
That's it. And
completely
if you
agree.
can back that up with live performance, it makes it even better.
Okay. All right, so once again, this is episode number 9 of Catching Up with my buddy Pat Waters. He's got a brand new single on the horizon, just released last week for ads. It's called You Ain't Never Been to Texas. Again, I reiterate, please get your requests out for that to your local radio, internet radio, wherever they play songs, even if you're in Uganda.
That's right.
Yeah. Ugandan radio is the next big thing.
Well, I did a version in what'd you say that was?
Ugandan.
Yeah, Ugandan. I did a version singing in that.
That's a new language.
Yes.
They don't speak Swahili there.
It almost sounds like Texan.
It does. It's got a whole lot of I tell you whats and
Yeah.
fixin' twos.
Yeah, fixing to. Y'alls.
Again, follow along with Pat everywhere he's at. He's on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. Hit that follow, subscribe, or like button, especially on Spotify. I know Pat's really working hard to build the Spotify up. Hit the stream button on the new single there as well. You just told me off camera you won this big award you didn't even tell me about. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we won actually 2018 Male Country Performer of the Year in Vegas.
Yeah.
And
How much makeup did you have to wear?
You know,
for
I
that?
didn't. I didn't take my Wayne Newton starter kit up there. I just put on some starched jeans and a shirt and a hat, and that was it.
It works in Texas.
But we're actually going back up in November. The awards show has called me, and we're going back up in November to present and host a rock and roll award show for them.
Wow.
It's Bose puts it on, and so they're going to have a little bit of Opie and Barney Fife up there giving away some awards in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's going to be cool, man.
They're bringing some Texan.
They're going to bring, because I'm going to tell you, at the end of the day,
Vegas.
that's coming from a Texan.
That's right. So, yeah, it's Pat Waters. Second time on the ETX ROCKS Show. Won't be the last, I assure you that. You know you have an open invite anytime you have something to talk about out here.
Well, I tell you, folks, I appreciate you guys, and thank you very much. I know y'all put a lot of hard work into it. It's a dang sure a labor of love, and I appreciate the platform.
It's all about the music, man.
It is.
That's all-
It is, and
all
that's
that
I think
matters.
that's why me and you G-Haul so well, because
Yeah.
we both feel that way, and at the end of the day, that's what it's about.
Absolutely.
You bet.
And so if you're tuned into the show for the first time, we want to thank you for spending some time with us today. But make sure you're following along with everything we have going on. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we're located at ETX Rocks. Real easy to find. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, the best way you can support our show is hit that subscribe button, because that'll change all the algorithms in YouTube. So the more subscriptions we have, Pat, the algorithms change and our videos become more recommended.
Oh, wow.
So you know how you go into YouTube and it will say recommended for you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the more subscriptions we have, the more likely we'll have videos in that section for music fans.
That's awesome.
So like if somebody goes in and watches Aaron Watson's new single, if we have enough subscriptions, they might put a Pat Waters video in there because you're similar to Aaron, and boom.
That's awesome.
So subscribe. That helps us the best way. And make sure you're hitting the like button, too, if you like the videos that we're putting out. Almost 1,300 videos on our channel now, and I make sure we put out new content at least once a day. There is not another channel in the state of Texas that is putting out one new video a day.
That's phenomenal.
Imagine that. New content every single day. If you're a music fan, you can't beat that, y'all. So hit the subscribe button. It's completely free for you to do unless you hit the button twice. And if you hit the button twice, we're going to charge you 62 cents.
That's cheap.
Yeah. Don't hit the button twice. Don't be that guy. Because what happens then, they unsubscribe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that seems like to me after you hit it, it ought to lock it in.
Right. I agree.
You know, Mr. U2's my neighbor. I'll talk to him tonight about that.
All right. Let me know what he
I'm
says.
gonna get on him.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be like you hit it and it's like, forget
locked
it.
in, yeah.
You're done, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, even if we change the channel to like XXX or something, you know. That
Yeah,
would,
you still got all your subscribers.
yeah, exactly. They're expecting like 12-year-old guitarists and
I wouldn't mind, coming on that YouTube channel with y'all either. I'm just not equipped.
that's a married man.
Now I've got a guitar. I don't have the equipment for the other one.
You would need both. Oh man, you just never know what's going to happen on the show. As you might also know, we are completely self-funded on the show, which means we are low budget. Emphasis on the word low. So if you'd like to support us financially, we would definitely let you do that. But we have set up a donate link at www.paypal.me/ETX Rocks. And every single dime that you guys donate out there goes right back into the production of the show, whether it is to upgrade equipment or pay the fees to keep us on the air. We also just launched a brand new website, which we have to pay fees on. So we definitely appreciate any donation you guys can send, even if it's only $1 or $2. It definitely goes to good use. So we'd appreciate that, y'all. And like I said, we did just launch a new website in March. That's located at www.etxrocks.show. And Pat, this is a cool thing. We have over 10,000 hours of content.
Wow.
On this webpage. It's a one-stop shop for the independent music fan out there. We like to call ourselves the #1 resource for independent music in Northeast Texas, and our website is proof of that. I challenge anybody to try to say they're a bigger resource than us for independent music. And just go to the website. You'll see all of our live events there that we put on in East Texas. All of our Songbirds and Troubadours episodes, our Catching Up episodes, our regular episodes. The production of the Ricky Lynn Gregg Show is on there. Ricky Lynn, I don't know if you've heard of him.
Oh, I've heard of him. I've never got to meet him. I'd love to.
Oh, man, we'll have to have you on the show then sometime.
Yeah, I'd love to, man. I'm a huge Ricky Lynn Gregg fan.
Cool.
Man.
Yeah, we'd have to have you come in then.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Ricky about it.
Yeah, see?
That'd be a cool show.
Yeah, I think he'd love me.
Yeah, I agree. I think you would too. I think you'd love him as well.
I think I will, yeah.
So, all of our Ricky Lynn Gregg Show stuff is on there. Episodes with J.D.C. Riley, John Barry's been on that show.
Oh, wow.
So y'all check that out. Those are all listed there. Again, it's www.etxrocks.show. It's a .show, not a .com. So keep that in mind and check that out. And also, like I was mentioning to you, there's internet radio on there now too.
That's
So
amazing.
as soon as you log in there, boom, there's a playlist going. By the time you even get home today, your songs will be in that playlist.
That's amazing. Folks, I'm telling you, reach out and help these guys out. I mean, they're doing a wonderful cause, a wonderful platform for the independent artist, and, it doesn't get more real than independent artists. You don't have the big machine down here pushing. You're out here grinding, you're working, which is exactly what they're doing here at East Texas ROCKS Show. So get on there and support them. Throw a couple bucks their way. If we can get 100,000 people to do that, then they've got enough money to continue to do this.
I'll buy a studio then.
That's fine. Whatever you want to do, because I know you'll put it right back into the show. So, folks, get out there and support them people, because I'm telling you what, they're grinding on this deal and they're working their tail ends off, and it's just for entertainment for you guys, and it definitely helps us musicians out there.
Thank you, Pat.
You bet, buddy.
Appreciate it.
You bet.
And as we always say on the ETX Rock Show, we want to thank everybody out there for always supporting live music of all genres and all styles. And don't ever forget,
ETX rocks.
That's right.
Seen a man on the TV. He was out in California, talking about where we came from. Said the reason we're all here is purely accidental. The evidence all points to evolution. Well, I took a drink of coffee, stepped out on my front porch. I looked up at the sky, then out at my old horse, and I thought, he ain't never seen a sunset out west, a cactus or a paintbrush bloom in the springtime. He ain't never seen a cow crying or a young colt take off running in the sunshine. Well, sometimes we overthink it, and I've thought a lot about it, and the only thing that makes any sense is if you don't believe in God, you ain't never been to Texas. Wish all the non-believers could cross that old Red River. It would open up their eyes. When I wake up every morning, look out at heaven, Lord, it ain't hard to recognize. If there's anybody out there still trying to figure out exactly where we came from and what life is all about, well, I say, he ain't never seen a sunset out west, a cactus or a paintbrush bloom in the springtime. He ain't never seen a cow crying or a young colt take off running in the sunshine. Well, sometimes we overthink it, and I've thought a lot about it, and the only thing that makes any sense is if you don't believe in God, you ain't never been to Texas. Well, if you don't believe in God, you ain't never been to Texas.
From the unknown to the stars, from the couch to the car, from the unheralded and the unheard, to the legends and beyond, it's where we all belong. Yes, this is where it all starts. From every genre, from every plane, this is where the music's played. So tune right in, won't you bring a friend? This is where it all begins. Welcome to the show, let the music flow of every style and creed. And you can bet your socks that ETX rocks, ETX rocks.